Hi, I want to dedicate this to my mother, Elizabeth Stribling.
This is my grandmother, Catherine. We called her Kate.
This is for my mother, Joan.
My mom was a vivacious, funny, smart woman until she was afflicted by Alzheimer's.
She was a chemist in a time when women weren't chemists. She also went to medical school until she realized that passing out not going to make her a good doctor.
She painted ceramics. This is one of her pieces. It was what she did as a hobby after she retired.
When I was a kid, my grandmother was the person that rode us around in her old blue station wagon and did fun stuff with us and taught me about how to make plants live and keep them alive. And she made the most wonderful sweet potato pie. Then I had my uncle, who was a goofball, I probably come by it naturally, who had dentures, so he had this partial. And he would pop them out so they looked like he had these big, weird buck teeth, and he made all the kids laugh.
As her daughter, it was heartbreaking to watch as she slipped away and lost her memories of who she was, of my father, and of me, and of our lives that we shared together.
Watching my mother slowly fade away was one of the hardest things I've ever done. It was even harder when I watched my uncle, her brother, also pass away the same way.
I went away to the Navy, I came back, my grandmother's got Alzheimer's, she's gone. My uncle's got dementia and Alzheimer's, he's gone. So the bad part is I have these memories, and before they died, they lost these memories.
So my mother's father got Alzheimer's first. One day he didn't recognize his wife, and by the time the police showed up, he was trying to climb over the fence that was around the apartment complex. My grandfather was the patriarch of that branch of the family, and he carried a lot of weight. Back in the Depression, he supported his family and his wife's family. He was an upright guy. When he first got Alzheimer's, when I first saw him in the home, it was kind of nice for him. He no longer had that responsibility, and he was happy-go-lucky. But that only lasts a little while, and then it's all sadness. My mother, somewhat late in the process, I was able to amuse with ringtones on my telephone, but by that time she was past speaking. This is a terrible disease. It takes what makes us away from us and away from our families, and it puts a huge burden on our families.
Hi. Dad? You want to say anything about... Nope. Okay. Living with someone with Alzheimer's or caring for someone, you have to have patience and loving and live in every moment. Because every moment is exactly what they live in.
Biggest tip that I have for someone that is related or helps deal with people with Alzheimer's is to not be mad and just enjoy the day with them, because they remember those 5 minutes with you, and you might repeat those 5 minutes, but make them a good 5 minutes.
Of all the diseases out there, I fear Alzheimer's the most. It runs on the maternal side of my family. My grandmother, 2 aunts, and my mother all died from it. About 12 years ago, I participated in a study at Howard University. They did a gene test, and unfortunately, I have the E3-E4 gene combination that puts me in a higher risk. As I get older, every time I forget or misplace something, I fear it's beginning. I'm doing everything possible to delay or better my chances of not getting Alzheimer's.
There has to be a cure.
I hate and I fear this disease and pray that one day there will be a cure.
I know that people are doing research and they're trying very hard, and scientists are very good at what they do, but they need help. They need us to raise awareness. They need us to have the call to action. They need us to raise money.
This year for the longest day, because we can't do an in-person event, we're going to do a virtual jewelry bracelet making event.
The longest day occurs on June 20th. And that is the day, it's the summer solstice, it's the day with the most light. So the day with the most light is the day we fight.
Join us, make a bracelet, help make difference, find a cure.